Don Gould. Or did you want to leave those with staff? They'll come and collect them from you. Good morning.
Good morning. My wife is here driving the PowerPoint this morning. I've got some little goodie bags to hand out, if that's okay.
Yes, I saw that on Facebook this morning. Thank you.
Here you go. We've got one for you.
Oh.
But, those single-use bags, so I really couldn't pick you.
Do we have to put them on? I, of course, won't be able to read anything if I put them on, because I've got no glass in them.
We're not personalising them.
No, I don't think they reach the declaration level.
I'll just leave it there for you to recycle. I'm sure I came with 14.
Well, you've given one to the acting chief executive. I suspect that the reason is that you want to reduce the number of councillors, and you're making the point. We've read your submission. Put it that way.
Someone can have mine.
You just make it very hard to present. Right. Goodie bags, breaking the boredom. I think we've done that. Staying focused on the basics is boring. Boring is really hard. Losing focus is easy, as I just demonstrated. In your goodie bags, you'll find toothpicks. These are there to help you hold your eyes open. Rubber bands. This is what you're to do with the rubber bands. When you're in the meetings and you get bored, or you see someone else has gone to sleep, ping one at them. Sorry?
You're not supposed to ping them at each other. You ping them on your wrist. Yep.
No, I do apologise, Madam Mayor. You are supposed to ping them at each other as well.
Only if they're asleep.
That's right. The glasses are simply to help you focus. You'll also find there's a piece of transparency film in your bags. That's because we want transparency around issues so that you can garner public support. My story, the sucker trucks. Yes, we all have a sob story. I have one too. It rains. Welcome to climate change. City Care shut down our part of the vacuum sewer system to protect 5 other nodes. The pump trucks showed up every 2 hours all through the night, breaking our sleep. At night, they send the subcontractor with the loudest truck. I called the council, I called the team, I talked to the manager. I was assured it would be fixed by winter. It wasn't. Winter came. The trucks came back. I called the manager. The fixes had not been done. Why? City managers were just arguing about whose budget it's on, skirts versus councils, central government versus local government. My attitude. Yes, I come with attitude. Some of you already know that. The role of the overseers, you guys. The managers were struggling. I don't blame the managers. Actually, I don't blame anyone. The role of overseers, as I see it, is to help bridge gaps, break down deadlocks, rise up lines of communications and bring in support networks. Were you asleep? Were you not watching? Sewers, stormwater, drinking water are just boring. I get it. There's a party going on. There are new pools, there are new buildings, there are new events. Everyone wants something now. Actually, I know you guys are awake. Talking with people like Councillor Dion, 54 hours a week in meetings, plus social media at the weekends. Who would want your job? You guys work harder than many, and that's well accepted. But you asked what I want, Don Gould, private citizen and a resident. You asked, does the council have the balance of priorities right? You asked what I want for the next 10 years, which is why I'm here submitting. What I want is core business is boring. I would like more focus on core business, more attention to our failing sewers, attention to our stormwater, attention to our drinking water, attention to keeping our roads and city clean. I want more in public, less PX, public exclusion, more transparency around the costs of everything. It's easy to stand up and say, why didn't the council spend money on doing that? And why did they spend so much money doing that? And then just not pick up our rubbish, because we don't realise that a contractor actually costs X dollars to go round and pick up the rubbish. But because it's done by City Care, that means that you can't actually tell us what the negotiated contract is with the private company, even though the private company is owned by guess who? The council. It's boring, but now you have the tools in your goodie bags to deal with it. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. Look, Don, I have actually been following you on Facebook, as you know. Stalking is the popular word. But that's because you tag me with my private name, not my mayoral name.
I do both.
Well, yeah. But anyway, but the private one is the one that gets through to me. So, and I haven't defriended you like I have. No. The point is that I actually have defriended people for because they're not really my friends. You're not really my friend either, but I've defriended people for using my private Facebook page because it's not for my mayoral thing. But I haven't you, and the reason is that you have taken the time and the effort to understand issues and then to debate them in an intelligent way. And I actually think that we need more people like you who are willing to tackle hard issues and actually remind us that it is about the basics and focusing on what really matters to keeping a city afloat. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank you for what you're doing to actually increase public awareness about the things that are important. The chlorine in the water, the sewage, I mean the sucker trucks, all of these things, they're core critical to our city. And so I just wanted to kind of acknowledge you, and I've gone over your 5 minutes, so Dion, I'll let you reply since you were named.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for the information as well, but I actually was thinking, I know you want to get rid of community boards, but I think you should run for it.
I don't actually want to get rid of community boards. I think they're fabulous. And in response to Leanne, if I may, Dion, part of the reason why I do engage with yourself and with Vicky a little bit more, and with Sarah a little bit more as well, and not actually with the mayor, is because I also see that it's important that as a resident I bring issues to a sort of a layer up, and then if you guys actually see some value in what I've said, then you will raise it up that layer again. In fact, I've actually been engaging more with Ellie Jones, who is our local community board. I do apologise to you that I didn't turn up to yesterday's meeting, and I accept that some of the residents are getting harder to deal with because of the frustrations out there as well, which is why I've been making more of an effort to actually get traction, engage with the issues, and then try and help support that problem. I admit that some of the problems, my personal sewer problem, has turned up because I was asleep at the wheel. I wasn't paying any attention. I was just looking after my business in my space.
Well, look, thank you very much for coming. Yeah, I'd like to catch up with you before you disappear. If we could adjourn now for our lunch break, and we have a briefing. It's around the budget that's happening this afternoon, and so we're adjourning this meeting until 3:10. If people could be back here